Philip Scott, Chancellor District. There's been a lot of discussion about the Senate bill that was passed and whether or not it requires a school board to follow the recommendations of the CDC. It says that they should do so to the maximum extent practicable, and there's a lot of debate about that, a lot of discussion about that at the Monday night meeting. Not going to get into all that. But one thing that I want to point out is that CDC has recommendations, not mandates. Recommendations can and cannot be followed. They are up to the individual entity. So when the Senate bill says that we need to follow CDC guidelines and the CDC has recommendations, that's freedom for the local school board to say yay or nay as to whether or not you're going to implement those. But I know tonight is not a matter of something that was passed on Monday night. It's a matter of religious freedom. At the very foundation of our country, the first article of our Constitution talks about religious freedom. And by saying that nobody can use a religious freedom to opt out of wearing a mask is to say that you are a master of all world religions, both major and minor. I would never be so bold or arrogant to make such a statement. I would never be so arrogant to say that I know what all religions teach and what they don't teach, because we do know that there are religions out there that practice that they don't get blood transfusions because they leave it up to be the way it is. So I encourage you to not remove this wording that the vice chair put into this motion to allow for the religious exemption, but to leave it in there. And to call a meeting last minute like this and then have to do an amendment to the agenda to allow public comment because the chair has to leave at a certain time is not in the best interest of the community. So again, to say that there's no religion that has a doctrine that would ban wearing a mask is not for you to determine. The role of the school board is not to determine what religion says or what religion doesn't say, but to ensure that parents have the ability to exercise their freedoms according to policy. Thank you.